Lively Fairies, in this video I'll be talking about Pixie Hollow's pre-beta era because, while looking it up because of curiosity, there are some things I found that even I don't remember, and I played the pre-beta. If you don't know what the pre-beta Pixie Hollow was, it was basically Pixie Hollow before its official release in September 2008. Even after Pixie Hollow opened, the international versions of Disney Fairies website, like the UK Disney Fairies website, stayed on the pre-beta. So if you're familiar with the versions of Pixie Hollow in the UK and Australia and all those countries, you're probably familiar with the pre-beta, but there were some things in our pre-beta that weren't in the international versions, and I'll get to them later. There are 4 benefits to creating an account on the Disney Fairies website, which I'm showing you right here. There is the ability to create a fairy. You could subscribe to the Pixie Hollow Herald newsletter, get a preview of new additions to the Disney Fairies website, and see behind-the-scenes looks at the Tinkerbell movie. And don't ask me what the Pixie Hollow Herald was because I don't know, but I knew subscribing to it was optional. If you do know what it was, please leave a comment about it. I'd love to know. Another list of benefits had Discover Pixie Hollow and Make Magical Crafts. I knew there was an interactive tour of Pixie Hollow on the old Disney Fairies site, but I don't remember if you had to be registered in order to use it. You probably didn't have to be registered in order to use it because I used the interactive tour on international sites without being registered. But I'm sure there was a plan for there to be a magical world for a long time, as there were previews in early 2008. I'm not sure if the Make Magical Crafts thing was a preview for the online world or something that wasn't added or something that was added I just didn't notice. I don't know. In this version, players could create up to 3 fairies. The creation was, of course, the older one from like 2008 and 2009 and stuff. In case you aren't familiar with that version, it had a floral backdrop rather than the Pixie Dust Tree Arrival, and it didn't have the Tinker talent back then. And at the time, the Garden talent icon was actually green rather than pink. There were many more options in that version because there weren't any shops yet. There were a lot of clothes to choose from, and you could choose any color you wanted. After the fairy creation, players would be taken to their Pixie Page, which is basically all the game was at the time. The Pixie Page addresses were a bit different. They'd have a bunch of numbers near the name of a Pixie Hollow location, like Stillwater Springs or Bubble Volcano. The cool thing is that even if you delete your fairy, you could still visit her Pixie page by typing in the address URL. I actually discovered this with Pixiella France in 2016. But if you delete that fairy, you just couldn't use her anymore or customize her Pixie page. Fairies could also decorate their homes. The homes look different in that version, and they are also talent related. I'm showing you the pictures of the different talent homes right now, and there are tons of decorations. The colors vary depending on which talent you choose. The way in which players decorate is actually different than in the online world. In that way, your fairy wasn't really seen in the home. Players could also choose a frame for their home, which was removed in the online world. Players could customize their profile and do all the Pixie Page customization present in the online world, and they could visit other Pixie Pages to leave messages. There was a button on each Pixie Page you visit to add the fairy to your friends list, but it wasn't really a friends list. It was really just a list of Pixie Page links you may want to revisit later. Fairies could also rate other Pixie Pages, and that feature remained in the beta. Players could also change their fairy's outfit. You get a selection of outfits in about 4 different colors each, depending on your talent. And in that option, your fairy's pose could even be changed, just like in the actual online world. You get about 4 extra of each of the categories in 4 colors each basically, so you get a lot. Okay, now we're going to get to the stuff that was only in the US version of this version of Pixie Hollow. So one of the things that was exclusive to the America was the fairy directory. Players could see the top 100 fairies in 4 categories: most visited, highest rated, most active, and most recent. They can be from all talents or a specific talent. There's also the option to browse through fairies that's names start with a certain letter, or you can even search the fairy's name, and you can even choose the fairy's talent to narrow down options. And finally, there is this feature called Print Stationery and You Design It. But what were they? Were they the quote-unquote magical crafts? Thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry it was a little brief, but hey, life has been busy on the mainland lately. I hope you find this video interesting, and if you have anything you'd like to add, please leave a comment on it. Thanks for watching, and fly with you later.